So did Rihanna fall for the oldest trick in the book? Our next guest thinks she may be lying to herself about her ongoing relationship with Chris Brown, that he'll never hit her again. And the lies to herself, that's what will truly hurt her in the end. Our next guest is the author of this book, Truth Heals. What you hide can hurt you. Deborah King is also an attorney and health and wellness expert, more importantly, a domestic violence expert. And so that is why we are here talking about the Chris Brown and Rihanna story in relation to, as well as the book, because it all combines together in finding the truth. In this case, also, it's the lies that can hurt you, like you say.
Yeah, and that's true for all of us. Now, in the case of Chris and Rihanna, it's such a wonderful teaching moment. I'm sorry that it's happened to actually both of them, but especially to her. But still, it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to focus on domestic violence. It's a huge problem, and it's a dirty secret.
Well, we've heard other I don't want to say experts, but other celebrities coming out saying, Rihanna, you're kidding yourself. They're on the ball with this. They know what they're talking about. Why does she continue, though, to stay with them, as we're hearing? Because
she's a victim, and once you're a victim of that kind of controlling abuse, you think that, oh, it's my fault, my love can fix him, he's promised it'll never happen again. She's kidding herself. He is too. He's saying things like, I know I can get over this. With her love, I can get over this. And he's trying to kid us, too. There's a lot of PR going on from his end. It's not as sincere.
Well, sure, they're both public figures, so that's going to come into play. Even more scary when they're public figures for a lot of young teens or young adults, even kids. What kind of message are we sending here when you see, a couple get back together like this after something that's so terrible?
Absolutely, and the interesting thing is they just did a study last week in Boston, and over 50% of the teenage girls they interviewed said that it was her fault.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, and I keep hearing it described by celebrities as a situation or a fight. When a man assaults and batters a woman, it's not a situation or a fight, it's a felony.
Yes.
We're using the wrong words to talk about what happened here.
What's the message you want to send out to anybody watching this? It doesn't we're not necessarily just talking about the young folks. We're not even just necessarily talking to women, because men too can be victims of abuse.
They can, and the main thing is to acknowledge it. And so many of us aren't aware, because historically, you can go back thousands of years, women have been the weaker sex and have been battered. And even though we tell ourselves societally, oh, we're not there anymore, we're liberated, we're beyond that, there's a deep core belief that we all share in our consciousness that somehow this is okay. That's why so many girls, said, oh, well, she must have provoked him.
So preventing those lies and digging deeper to find the truth is what really will make a difference. As you said in your book, lies turn the body into a toxic waste dump, which is really a correlation of how lies can affect everything in your life.
Right, and if we just look at Rihanna, there's a part of her that is really afraid and that knows that she's at risk, and so she's kidding herself, and that is really going to hurt her body.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Deborah, for shedding some light on the situation here, or as we say, the felony that you're talking about. Truth Heals, What You Hide Can Hurt You by Deborah King, in bookstores now if you'd like to find out more information and find out why those lies can truly hurt. Thank you so much, Deborah.
Thanks for having me.
Still ahead, more news and sports and your forecast.